This is Mac OS Ken.
Announcements around WWDC, an iPhone surprise in Europe, and more Apple hardware gets pushed out to August. It is Wednesday, the 25th of May, 2022. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Notion, one workspace for your whole team. Learn more and get started for free at notion.com/macOSCan. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSCan. WWDC is just under 2 weeks away. Probably the only good thing that the pandemic has done is make it possible for anybody with an internet connection to attend. To that end, Mac Rumor says Apple on Tuesday confirmed the keynote time and published the schedule for this year's sessions. Surprising no one, Apple has set the opening presentation for 10 a.m. Pacific on Monday, the 6th of June, the first day of WWDC. That'll be followed by the Platform State of the Union for developers at 2 p.m., and the Apple Design Awards at 5. Then the next day, Start Your Learnin', featuring over 150 in-depth session videos. Apple says WWDC 22 brings together the latest tools and technologies to give developers the chance to learn how they can create the next generation of apps. Apple Developer Program members, Apple Developer Enterprise Program members, and 2022 Swift Student Challenge Award recipients can request one-on-one lab appointments with Apple experts for guidance on implementing the latest technologies, following best practices, and designing their apps. Session videos will be posted daily throughout the conference. Those will start on the 7th of June. WWDC will run through June 10th. Developers lucky enough to score tickets to Apple's in-person WWDC viewing party can go with a stick up their nose and a song in their heart. The song is optional. Mac Rumor says Apple has tightened COVID prevention requirements ahead of the June 6th viewing party. Though all of WWDC will be online only for most, the company said it would host a special day for developers and students at Apple Park on the 6th to watch the keynote and State of the Union videos together, along with the online community. Then COVID kicked up again. While the event will still happen, tests and masks are a must. In email sent Tuesday, Mac Rumor says Apple informed developers that they will need to wear N95 masks while indoors, and that a negative FDA-approved COVID antigen test is required the day before. Attendees will need to upload their negative test results to Apple's portal before arriving at Apple Park. iPhone pulled off something pretty impressive in Europe last quarter. A piece from 9to5Mac has the market tracker Canalys indicating that Apple grew both European iPhone sales and European market share last quarter, one of only 2 companies to do so. Running down the Canalys top 5 smartphone makers in Europe for the March quarter, first place Samsung sold an estimated 14.6 million units, while its 35% market share was unchanged from the same quarter a year earlier. Units were down about 9%. Second place Apple sold an estimated 8.9 million units, an increase of 1% year over year. That was enough to grow Apple's market share from 19% to 21%. Third place Xiaomi saw sales plummet 22%, selling an estimated 8.2 million units. The company's market share dropped from 23% to 20%. Fourth place Realme was the biggest winner in terms of growth. The company sold an estimated 2.1 million units, up a whopping 177% from the 800,000 it's estimated to have sold in the same quarter a year earlier. Its market share grew from 2% to 5%. And fifth place Oppo saw sales fall from an estimated 2 million units in the March quarter of 2021 to an estimated 1.8 million last quarter, a 12% decline. That left the company with a 4% market share same as the year-ago quarter. What happened was war. According to Canalys, most of the decline in Europe was due to Russia and Ukraine being hit hard. Shipments in the countries fell 31% and 51% respectively compared to the first quarter of 21. Shipments in the rest of Europe only declined 3.5% year-on-year, showing that demand remains intact. But the ongoing war has driven inflation to a record level, and consumer confidence is falling. The real test for the smartphone market will come in the next 2 quarters, when the economic impact of the war truly starts to be felt, according to the firm. Add Apple Studio Display to the list of products for which would-be buyers will need to wait. We heard yesterday about the seemingly interminable wait for various models of Mac. Now Cult of Mac says, same goes for the screen. According to the report, an order placed on Tuesday, the 24th of May, on the U.S. Apple Store for the basic Studio Display will not ship for 8 to 10 weeks, according to Apple. That puts the delivery as late as the 2nd of August, or units can be picked up in a nearby Apple retail store on the 8th of August. Not sure why the piece says that that's the case for the basic Studio model. Running through the various glass and stand configurations yields the same 8 to 10 week wait. As for why, Cult of Mac says blame it on COVID-19. The piece points out that Quanta makes the Studio Display for Apple. According to the Cult, efforts by the Chinese government to control the spread of COVID-19 have led to lockdowns and other restrictions that are hindering assembly of several Apple products at Quanta's Shanghai facilities. Yeah, no doubt COVID-19 is among the hindrances. You gotta figure that component shortages are also playing a part, though. Unlike the Mac story from earlier this week, it does not look like shopping around will do one a lot of good. While various Mac models are available from several third-party sellers, a quick check Tuesday at B&H Photo and Best Buy showed wait times for the display ranging from a very vague coming soon to end of August 2022. Apple is growing its footprint in Ireland. iMore highlights a report from RTE that had Apple announcing a new office building for its campus in Cork. The piece has Kathy Kearney, Apple's VP of European Operations, saying, "We've called Cork home for more than 40 years and are thrilled to accelerate our investments here as we grow our team and expand our campus. We're proud to be part of the community here, and with this new project, we will continue to create new jobs, support local organizations, and drive innovation on behalf of our customers." While Apple does not say how it will do that, nor by how many it will expand its team, RTE says the new building should be able to host as many as 1,300 workers. Apple is going wider with its Today at Apple Creative Studios. The company issued a press release Tuesday announcing new programs and new locations. Designed to support young people who face barriers to receiving a quality creative education, the release says the program connects participants with mentors from Apple and more than 30 nonprofit community partners who specialize in areas such as books and storytelling, app design, radio and podcasts, and photography, film, and TV. Participants will receive hands-on education, training, and feedback on their projects. In addition to nurturing participants' creative skills, mentors will encourage them to think about how their talents can encourage social change in their communities. This year's program includes all new curricula in app design, podcasting, spatial audio production, and filmmaking. New cities on the Creative Studios map include Berlin, Miami, Milan, Nashville, Sydney, Taipei, and Tokyo. Programs are also returning to Bangkok, Beijing, Chicago, London, New York City, Paris, and Washington, D.C. Of course, not every program will be available in every city. You can find out more at apple.com/newsroom. More news in a moment, but first a word from Notion, one workspace for your whole team. In business, you want to be able to move fast. Unless you work by yourself, though, speed can mean trouble if one person is speeding off on their own. Notion can help. Notion is an all-in-one team collaboration tool that combines note-taking, document sharing, wikis, project management, and much more into one space that is simple, powerful, and beautifully designed. With powerful integrations and seamless navigation, you will have everything you need in one spot so you can make speed your advantage while making sure that nobody's riding off on their own. For companies of all sizes, Notion provides one central and customizable workspace that can be tailored to fit any team and bring all teams together to get more done and move faster together. Learn more and get started for free at notion.com/macOSKen. That's notion.com/macOSKen to help you take the first step toward an organized, happier team today. NOTION. That's notion.com/macOSKen. If you're a Waze user and an Apple Music listener, doing both at once got easier on Tuesday. The navigation app Waze announced on its blog this week that Apple Music now works through its application. With a direct connection between the apps, Waze says users can now access Apple Music content directly from the Waze audio player. It's kind of surprising that this took as long as it did. A piece on the announcement from TechCrunch says Waze introed its audio player over a year ago. Since then, it's added integrations with several audio partners, including Audible, Deezer, NPR, iHeartRadio, Pandora, YouTube Music, and Amazon Music, according to the report. Even before the audio player, Waze has featured Spotify integration since 2017. Water under the bridge, spilt milk under the bridge, I guess. Apple Music integration is available now. To activate it, TechCrunch says open the Waze app, tap the Music Note icon to select Apple Music, start listening, and drive safely. Those last two were mine, though I'm sure TechCrunch would also like you to drive safely. Another name of note is joining Mrs. American Pie. Deadline says Josh Lucas has signed on to the series. The show's about a woman from outside Palm Beach high society trying to get into it. Kristen Wiig will star as that woman, Maxine, while Lucas will play her husband. Allison Janney, Ricky Martin, and Laura Dern are also in. Dern also developed the series and will serve as one of its executive producers. No word on a premiere date for Mrs. American Pie. Apple TV Plus has a new Spanish-language crime drama on the way. The Cupertino streamer issued a press release Tuesday announcing Las Azules, based on true stories of Mexico's first female police force. According to the release, set in 1970 and inspired by true events, Las Azules tells the story of 4 women who defy the ultra-conservative norms of the time and join Mexico's first female police force, only to discover that their squad is a publicity stunt to distract the media from a brutal serial killer. So, of course, they go after the serial killer. Apple has ordered 10 episodes of the series, which will feature an entirely Hispanic cast and crew. The show is in pre-production in Mexico City. No word on when it'll hit Apple TV+. And finally today, Pride is coming up, and as usual, the Apple Watch team wants to deck your wrist for it. The Cupertino company issued a press release Tuesday announcing a couple of new faces and a couple of new bands in support of the global LGBTQ+ community and equality movement. The 2 bands are sport loops, the sort of nylon woven ones. The Pride Edition Nike Sport Loop features the colors of the rainbow on a black background, while Apple's Pride Edition Sport Loop has a lighter, whiter motif. What's particularly neat about that one gives a call back to Apple history. According to the press release, Apple used a new technique to remove several of the double-layer nylon-woven textile loops on the band to reveal the word Pride in a cursive style inspired by the original Hello greeting displayed on the first Macintosh in 1984, giving the word a novel, three-dimensional look and feel. To go along with the loops, Apple says the new watch face mirrors the woven loops of the Sport Loop, where each strand of vibrant threads contributes to the overall composition of the watch face. If you can picture the time being told by the strings of a harp or a guitar, you're partway there. The company is also launching a Shot on iPhone campaign for Pride. Headed to Apple's Instagram, the company says the campaign captures the essence of artists and figures within the global LGBTQ+ community. Instagram is free, of course. The new watch face is free. The bands will run $49 each. The Nike band will be available to order soon. The non-Nike edition is available to order now from Apple's site, with support going to benefit a number of organizations focused on the LGBTQ+ community. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Notion, one workspace for your whole team. Learn more and get started for free at notion.com/macOSKen. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. info@macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.